this room here, we had real good EVP in here. We got direct response when we asked questions. I'll go ahead and ask again. Are you here with us tonight?
On our first visit to the Seese Building, we captured this EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon, from this room. We ran the audio EVP through a voice spectrum analysis, which adds a visual perspective to the sound clip. Here's what we found.
Is there anybody in here besides us?
That sure sounds like it could be a direct response. Listen again.
Is there anybody in here besides us?
This wasn't the only EVP we got at this location, nor was it the only paranormal phenomenon we were able to capture.
What's that moaning or buzzing noise?
Moaning or squeaking. This is squeaking. Right?
Well, I heard a squeak in there. It sounds like a...
Sounds like a tricycle.
Yeah. Okay, that squeaking you're hearing, there's a deal in that
mobile or something
that has a motorized train on it.
That's what it sounds
like. And it's carrying little ghosts and goblins.
That's what it sounds like. It's some kind of motorized, a mobile or something like that.
I've got out this different EMF. They call it a K2 meter. It's just a lighted electromagnetic field meter, and I've put my little dime in there to hold it on, so I'm not touching it to turn it on. And we're gonna see if we can get some response.
Hold on a minute. Did you notice the fast-moving lights on the right side of the screen? Watch again in slow motion. Initially, we thought they might be flashlight reflections or dust, so we slowed the video clip down and looked at the flight paths. Reflections are possible, but not likely when you consider the paths and depth. Dust doesn't move this fast, and it has a tendency to drift instead of dart unless there's wind, and there was no wind here. It is a dusty old building with lots of reflective stuff, but now we're not so sure. They certainly look like they could be light anomalies. If you'll notice, Chris turns her head almost like she senses the last one flying by.
All right, we were here a couple months ago, and we were talking with you. We did review our recorders that have the red dots, red lights on them, and we heard your voice. We heard you talking to us. So we came back.
Here's the EVP conversation we got from our last visit. Chris and Bobby were the only ones present at that investigation. They heard none of the responding taps or knocks at the time of the recording. Those were discovered during audio playback.
If that was you, could you do that again?
Is there a spirit in this side of the building? Someone who just likes to hang around here? Someone who might feel like they need to stay here? We'd like for you to talk with us. Communicate somehow.
I sure hope that got in the machine. I picked up a...
Listen again, and we'll point out the areas of interest with subtitles. Notice that Bobby hears one of the vocal responses toward the end, and the voice comments to his reaction.
If that was you, could you do that again?
Is there a spirit in this side of the building? Someone who just likes to hang around here? Someone who might feel like they need to stay here. We'd like for you to talk with us. Communicate somehow.
I sure hope that got in the machine. I picked up a...
Although we only got one Class B EVP on this visit, we found the audio phenomenon from the first visit to be very compelling. As we continued with this EVP session, the lights on the right side of the screen are really interesting to watch, and their timing is rather intriguing.
What's a good way to communicate with you? Can you gather some energy up to change the temperature? What's the temp right now, Sherry?
49.
It's at 49 degrees in here. To communicate with us, can you change that temperature?
Going down. 48.4. I just want to know why you're here. Why are you still here? Why haven't you gone to the lake? Did somebody hurt you? Is that why you're still here?
As if on cue, an anomalous light came racing by Sherry up the right side of the screen.
What's your name? And how old are you?
Are you male or are you female?
Are there more than one of you here?
That question coming from the big light in the corner.
Can you make a noise? Can you make a noise for us?
Boy, I can see falling right between you and Christine. Straight up, I can see it looks like a little ball of smoke moving around. Is it just me or does it look hazier in here?
Oh wow, I'm having trouble focusing. Right exactly where you said. And I can't see, Jason. I'll have to let my...
Kind of between the three of you guys, like right almost in the middle of the circle.
At this point, 2 more light anomalies can be seen flying around in front of Chris.
Nicest girl.
Some girls like girls too, you know.
Well, the
Better than
voice
male
that we
voice.
got before was definitely a
It's a
deeper...
male. I'm just trying to get right about it.
I'm getting some temperature fluctuation on my legs. Sherry, how's the temperature going?
48.5.
Can you walk over here towards me and see how the temperature changes?
It's 47.9.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Well, it says
47.7.
49 over here, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. No, it's 47.7. That's 48.